At first it's kinda hard to tell who the housekeeper is, then she turns around.
You will clean up mess in kitchen.
Of course.
I don't know a lot of things, but I know that's Brooke Shields' butt. Today, we reviewed 2 movies. Hopefully, we'll see how the review goes, and if it ends up too long, the 1973 horror movie, The Boy Who Cried Werewolf, and the 2010 Victoria Justice-led Disney-fied The Boy Who Cried Werewolf. Ray from the future here. No idea if the movie's Disney or not. Too lazy to look it up, too. Well, both movies share a title and do have both a boy and a werewolf. They're very different films, even starting with the boy. In the 2010 film, he's a horror movie fan that loves to play tons of pranks on his fans.
Destructor 4, the download of death.
Did I tell you Destructor 4 comes out this weekend?
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Hunter wanted some more soda.
Here we go. Watch this.
And in the 1973 version, he's whiny, wants his parents to get back together, and prefers hamburgers over steak, which I cannot allow.
How about a steak tonight?
A hamburger for me.
All right, hamburger it is.
And french fries?
In both movies, the mom is barely involved. In 1973 version, the parents are divorced. In 2010, the mom is dead, and he has a sister played by Victoria Justice. In both cases, the kids want their parent to have a new relationship. Well, in 73, he wants mom back. In 2010, he ends up with the real estate agent of a house he inherits.
Oh my gosh, they're scrumptious. Look at our little faces. Oh, we're so cute.
Yeah.
No, but you were working. Coming genius of the publishing world.
That's a little far-fetched.
That's why you're my ex-wife, remember? Women of the world unite and all that garbage.
Well, your chauvinistic brain is still functioning.
The main crux of each movie is fairly the same. In both cases, a boy learns that a family member has turned into a werewolf. In the 1973 version, the father and son are walking through the woods when they're attacked by a werewolf. The father fights said werewolf before throwing it off a cliff onto a stake, killing it and turning it back into a human. In the 2010 version, Victoria Justice steps on a vial of blood.
Ow! Come on! I stepped on the glass. You hurry up.
Point 1973. You can give points to whichever one you want for the werewolf, by the way, because in 73 it looks like this. And in 2010, it looks like this. While this 1973 version is mostly the dad turning into a werewolf, sometimes with his knowledge and sometimes not, killing people as the son tries to convince everyone he's a werewolf and get his dad help, the 2010 version has much more plot and more characters involved as the family inherits a house in Romania as their own house is about to be foreclosed on. And as they go to investigate the house, Victoria Justice steps on the violet blood, turns into a werewolf, and turns out the real estate agent that's trying to help Dad sell the house is a vampire in an underworld feud against the werewolves trying to gain control of the house for the vampires. Just like the homely real estate agent turns into a leather-clad vampire vixen, Victoria Justice turns from a mousy, dog-hating vegan into a dog-loving, meat-craving, sexy teen who has music play every time she walks into a scene.
Hello? Paging Dr. Phil.
Paulina, they're just children. Let them go.
Oh, David. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not gonna work.
Gosh, look at all that grass. I love grass. What? No, you don't. You're allergic to grass. And dogs. Hey, guys. Found this outside your door.
Powers! Werewolf powers! What do we got? Well, Victoria Justice stunt double can do this.
You are in so much trouble. Your sister. She is very hardcore.
And the 1973 werewolf can shake the shit out of a travel camper. And has werewolf pheromones that makes his feminist ex-wife want to fuck him again.
I can't tell you how lonely I've been. There must be some way of working this thing out for ourselves. Be ashamed to mess up that third bedroom.
I'll go check on Richie.
While the Disney one should be the funny one, it only has one scene that even made me giggle.
Get him!
While the 1973 version has this hippie sex commune that's fucking hilarious.
Care to join us, Sheriff?
Now listen, you freaks. This is the forest area. No cutting of trees, and be careful of your campfire. No smoking.
We're not freaks. We're freaked out, man. Freaked out on God.
Before combining them side by side, I thought that the 73 transition effects were way worse, and they're still terrible, but actually they're both pretty terrible.
And God is what help there is. Exercise and beat this thing. Beat this thing. Kill it. Freak it out. Freak it out. Rip it off. Rip it off. For Christ's sake.
It takes until the end, but the 2010 version does have a fight scene eventually. Overall, The 1973 version is super low budget by a director that did low budget sci-fi for a living. He came out of retirement for this film. He didn't seem to really like making movies and only did it for enough money to fund his real job, which was architecture. And the 2010 is a glitzy sci-fi movie with a Disney TV star in it that they tried to pack some more talented, experienced actors around her. If you want low-budget trash with decent werewolf makeup effects, check out 1973. If you want a teen dramedy horror movie with someone that your kids might recognize from the Disney Channel, check out the 2010 version. The 1973 version is directed by Academy Award-winning art director Nathan Jerron, who also directed Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, multiple episodes of Lost in Space and the Time Tunnel, like 60 episodes of Daniel Boone. He's best known for westerns early in his career, then sci-fi later in his career. He's won the Lifetime Achievement Award for science fiction and horror movies. He came out of retirement to direct his film, and then immediately went back into retirement to be an architect. The dad in the 73 version is played by Kerwin Matthews, who played Sinbad, Gulliver, and was in tons of Ray Harryhausen stop-motion movies in the 40s and 50s. The 2010 version stars Victoria Justice, Brooke Shields, and a bunch of people I've never heard of and I'm too lazy to look up. I'm sure they're fine people, though. It is directed by Eric Bross, who I've also never heard of, but is an award winner at the Directors Guild of America. He won Outstanding Directorial Achievement in Children's Programming for this movie. So this movie won awards, people. Thank you for watching. As always, I shall try to do better next time. No bonus clips this time, but I will wrap up the romance subplots for you in the 2010 version. The cute Romanian guy transfers to Victoria Justice's school. She still has werewolf powers and wears high heels to school now and has her hair down in sexy mode. And the father ends up going out with the woman who got pranked with the heart in the refrigerator. In the 1973 version, the dad is shot like 400 times by the police, and there's no one alive for anyone to have romance with. Bye! Ray from the future again, now realizing that I don't remember which organ was in the refrigerator. Could have been anything. Might have been a hand. Too lazy to go back and look. Also, their first date is to bring his two kids to see Destructor 4, Download of Death, which I wish was a real movie.